3x4?
3x4.
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 I don't know if you guys saw that photo of someone who visited a home and then they were served on a Java's plate.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so now let me tell you guys a story. Someone, a friend, visited someone's home. A person that most of you guys might know.
Tell
And,
us the handle.
And at night, in the village, in their village.
What?
At night, they laid a bed. They made a bed for them with the Mengo Hospital bed sheets. So, welcome to this edition of 3x4,
Was that the same person?
where we are going to talk about people who get away with murder. My name is Benjamin, and I'm joined by my colleagues.
Ophelia. I have so many questions about that story.
And B-Wall. Like, what's going on?
And Bugsy, by the way, I'm not the one who had that Java's plate. Neither am I the one who had
Do you even know where Javas is, you man?
We don't know that for sure. But speaking of people who take things that don't belong to them. So there's been a story going on around, especially Twitter, where the IGP that got sacked.
The former IGP.
The former IGP.
That one got sacked in a
Please,
tweet.
let's be clear
Yes.
about this. Yes.
General Kali Kahura sacked SACK.
Yes.
His Twitter handle, the Twitter handle that was being used was changed to Kale Kaihura,
Yes.
from the IGP's Twitter handle. So basically, an official account was personalized.
personal.
Yeah. And this is always happening in this country
A
where
lot.
people, leave office and then they go with things that belong to the office.
Okay, but you get used, guys. Did you guys ever read the play about some chick called Namudu who was a house girl? No, she was like living in the village and she came to Kampala. Then she was living with like some white man and the white man started giving her nice things. Then she got used to like nice things and she didn't want to move on.
Oh, so.
Yeah, like she told the guy, my tastes have changed now. So if you take your girlfriend to Javas every week, and then
She
tomorrow
will carry the plate.
yeah, she may carry the plate to but the point is that it's common for people to refuse to let go. Like sometimes even people like sit in the office and refuse to get out of it.
Speaking of refusing to let go, ironically, again, there's another person in this sacking business, General Tumukunde, while he was still a brigadier a couple of years ago before he fell out, he was sacked and refused to hand over office as ISO boss, and he had to be forced out and threatened with arrest for him to hand over. So I don't know whether it's a Ugandan practice for people to just refuse to leave, but I think people even at office, normal people's office,
Yeah.
they sack you, you go with office stuff, you refuse to return it.
Well, may I think it's just there's not proper procedure around things, yeah? Because, for example, that Twitter story. So there's supposed to be a handover of sorts. So when you're handing over, you hand over every equipment, every file, every resource that you've used.
Every password.
Yes, every password. So then the next person, can kind of start where you left off. So there is no proper process. The same happens to other offices. I remember Naduli once had, such a thing. He left office. Actually, he lost the election.
Yes.
Yeah, and he was supposed to hand over things, and he said, "No, I'm still, carrying out government duties. I'm still, doing things
He
for
actually
government."
said, Mugambe Museveni abawe motoka endala.
So there is no proper handover, and from the very top, and I mean the very top, like the very top.
But you know what?
There is no proper.
I'm getting to appreciate our elders. The ATS people. They said whenever the young people speak, the elder comes next. For
Look at him.
starters,
Oh, so the elder
for
here.
starters, who says that this other so-called account by one by Jeff Bahadi? But he must be even the one who created the account because I never
What
saw
about
police.
is it?
I never saw police
Who are we talking about again?
giving it an RT, a fave
Who are
to
we
that
talking
so-called
about
account.
again?
I don't know. I don't know if that person really exists.
We're talking
I've
about
never seen
people who
anyone in
refuse to hand
Uganda
over
with,
property.
Yes.
with English words with like Jeff Hardy or something.
Let's
like
first talk about that account
Uh-huh.
that used to troll people.
that.
The account during the Kenyan election,
Uh-huh.
that was a fake account trolling. I think it was a fake Uhuru account.
It's good you said
And
it was a
then,
fake
yes,
account. How can a fake account end up
but
becoming official?
It was being run by
Hey.
people in the police circles.
What's
We
the
have this
evidence? What's the
information.
evidence? Is there
We
any
have this
paper?
information.
That's all hearsay. It's like waking up tomorrow and we are saying that
Because the account is now blocked.
because, for instance, we know there are two accounts that Bernard owns. Are we trying to say there's a fake and the original altogether?
No,
So
I
you
own
mean
both of them.
no, wait,
Mine.
so you
by
mean
the-
that it's a coincidence
and then-
that when Jeff pointed out this anomaly,
Yes.
all of a sudden, like Twitter is being deleted,
Right?
the account got protected, and things
What's
like that.
this?
So if it was just a random
But
account,
did you see
why
police?
didn't they just
Did you
ignore
see any
him?
endorsement from
But why
police?
didn't they
Police
just
came out
ignore
and
him?
said
That's my
nothing
question. Why
about
didn't
it.
they just
Then
ignore
again,
him?
to educate you guys more, do you know that the Portus account was robbed from some guy?
Oh,
There's some guy who
President of the-
originally owned the Portus account. Then he took
What did you call it? Say it again.
the Portus.
I love that. no, say it one more time. What's it?
Jeff Hardy.
Listen,
It was originally owned by some guy called Steve.
No, listen, it's good you mentioned
You are
that, yeah? For me, my problem, one of my biggest problems is that these accounts were being run by outsourced personnel, yeah? Some outsourced personnel. Apparently, and this is not just for this account or just this job. There's so many jobs that are now outsourced. Don't we have Ugandans who can do this stuff, really?
Yes! Yes!
Do we have to go to Kenya and, bring PR experts? And I mean no disrespect to anyone, but do we have to bring experts from Nairobi?
I think we need to have a discussion about this because you see, when you have people from another country, when you have people from another country doing work that could be done by Ugandans, I don't know how much vetting was done in terms of, or even procurement laws, normal procurement laws. And this goes back to show how people get recruited. I don't know if they run an advert for the job, because then you would have had a qualified Ugandan earning that much money that's being said that's earned by these people. But it happens. The Uganda Cranes guy is not Ugandan. Like we can't,
All
afford
Uganda
the
Cranes
capacity.
Most top companies in
Most
Uganda.
of these banks, telecoms, none of the.
Like,
some
why
of the
is it? Are
telecoms
we
have been here for
pathetic? We
20
can't
years.
manage?
Some of the
what's problem?
telecoms have been here for 20 years.
And they still have
They
foreigners
still
at
have the
helm.
same-
What the hell, guys? Like, what are we getting wrong?
Again, you people are making me feel really sad. We are driving towards East African community, and when it comes to East African community, there are not boundaries. It's all about free movement of labor, free movement
I like
of
that
trade.
you say that,
So,
Babzi.
yes.
How many Ugandan CEOs can you name from
And
Tanzania?
perhaps I
who
did see
become-
any.
I think
or
apart
from-
Perhaps
or from
I
Kenya.
didn't see any Kenyans complaining about Bernard going to Kenya to promote Kenya.
Look at
Yet
how
there
we are
were
getting
social
personal
media
now.
bloggers
Look
in
at how we are
Kenya.
getting
I think
personal now.
the only
It's because there's free movement of labor and
Really?
trade. East African community together tunawakilisha people.
the only big time, actually, I think the only big time Ugandan CEO is that's working out of the country is probably Philip Besimide of MTN South Sudan.
He's doing a very, very big job.
The rest of these people,
that's true. That's true. I think, and it's good that you mentioned in the beginning that we shall be revolving around getting away with murder.
But they are
getting away with murder is a very good theme for this, because these guys are doing all these horrible things and getting away with it. Because nobody in the background knows the nationality of the guys who are running some of these things. But if you checked, you find there's out of 10 people, 8 Kenyans. And no disrespect to Kenyans, I love them. I've ever fallen for a Kenyan girl and whatever.
We don't care about
But
Uganda.
it would be nice to have Ugandans in there as well.
I think that we've been here before talking about unemployment, and I think that we should invest in developing human resource here.
Yes.
Because it's not true that we are incapable of doing these jobs, right?
Yes.
Because I know that there are amazing PR people just right here in Uganda.
Right, even in this
And
room.
I know that even in this room, there are people who would have done a better job of running some of those accounts.
Yes.
Shout out Bagzi.
So so why do we let people just do whatever they want?
yeah, but and I think there's also the general wider. So we are looking at people who we know, people who are at the top, but if you look at the economy, in whose hands is this economy?
Yep.
You see these investors, Museveni's investors selling shoes in Chikubo there.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't make sense that a Chinese guy owns a shop. Owns a shop that sells, you guys know your Boyebo shoes, eh?
Not back, but what? But what's that shoe that was 2.8 million?
No, not that
But
one.
not that shoe.
Can we leave those shoes
Yeah,
alone?
so
Can we focus?
this really shows, and this is how people get away with murder, because you see, if you have a Chinese investor, coming here, and they open a shop, that space. They have a tax holiday. They're selling
they have rebates, tax
computers
holidays,
and
they have
stuff.
incentives, they have
we
all
have
these things.
nothing against people, foreigners working in this
Absolutely
country.
nothing, yeah.
We love people to come and work here, but especially for jobs that are supposed to be competitive, I think it would be nice for us to be protectionist in some way.
Yes. I think
Yes.
it is. In Uganda, we call them, donors and investors. In Rwanda, they call them development partners.
I don't know if you people
We
follow
need development partners.
Honorable Frank Tumweba's on Twitter.
Yeah, we do.
He personally said that he has been trying to push government people to take on the whole social media
Which is good. Good
thing.
initiative. Very
So
good.
now, in the meantime, as people are trying to catch up, it's best you bring in people who are
the
good at the
meantime,
trade,
who
so that
happen to
they
be Kenyan,
orient
yes?
them. Then you give them a working contract of about 3-4 months
Uh-huh.
or a year. So once people have been done with this, let's not leave this stuff in
Hopefully, I
our
told you
books.
people don't love
Nah.
Let's
don't
not leave
love
this stuff in
living
our books.
positions.
And I can still go back to what the president was saying, that Uganda is so much of a good country that you see people getting so comfortable, they get lazy. And the
We
funny thing
sleep.
is that you get to see them putting on weight as if they are working. But
We are
that's
poor.
the whole point.
Ignoring Bugsy about that weight comment, I don't even know where that came from.
People are getting away with things.
Can we talk about this Onesmus guy?
Ah,
Because, well, we were
man.
of things that are on Twitter. Like, this Onesmus guy went and stood, like, with his head
Oh,
held
my
high.
goodness.
But what really annoyed me even more than, because, well, we are used to men being stupid. But, like,
Ouch.
more annoying than that is
Ouch.
the person who was...
Just some more.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, you'll be
Please
fine.
carry on.
The person who was
You see, as my
interviewing
side
him,
pierced me
like how
also.
does someone say something like that, and then you're like, I will ask, like, what is this?
Right.
I looked for the full clip just to see. So what follow up
Some kind of
question?
context,
What
some
is
question.
the like? Is there more?
But you guys, what did you want the journalist to ask him? Like what more did you want?
No, hold up, Benji. And it's good that you've asked that. Do you honestly suppose if I went out there and I'm a journalist and I find somebody who says murder is good, and I film him, you expect I should air that without asking any questions just because it's his opinion and he's an MP? Come on. You're a human being first and then a journalist second.
Yeah, but also I think sometimes you don't need to indulge someone's
There was
stupidity.
too much
the
stupidity
hell?
there.
Yes, like the guy had already exposed himself.
So you leave it and then you just put him out
Yeah,
there?
yes, like let
Nope.
people judge him for themselves.
No, I disagree with you very, very much.
I think the television station lowered itself to levels of a tabloid.
Very true. Very, very well said, Bagman.
Here is a question
well
they could have
said.
asked him. They could have asked him, so do you mean that every conflict in the home is solved by violence? Just
That's-
maybe he would
yes.
have responded, yes. After which you respond, would you solve
The guy,
in
yes,
parallel
the
with
guy,
violence?
the guy, the
No.
guy
No.
started.
So why would you
The guy-
why would you go and apply the standard at home when you don't do it in so-called real life? What is it? You get like to give us context
Yes,
for us to
give
have
us-
like a whole
exactly.
discussion, because now the man just said his nonsense. Then he's as they
And
call
we're
it
here
these days,
angry,
his big
losing
nonsense,
sleep,
and then
You
now
see-
he's
you guys, let
and
me-
he's going to get away with it. That's even the most annoying
Yes.
part. He's going to go back into his
but I think
life.
no,
like
what you
nothing ever
guys
happened.
what you guys wanted was for the journalist to sort of help him make,
to
make,
interrogate.
interrogate
yes.
what the man
Yes.
even had options. He said taco a little, touch
No,
like he had like
My
four
goodness.
options of like he had thought through his stupidity properly, yeah. And he even had options. He said touch taco a little.
to streamline
streamline discipline,
Benji, if you meet a murderer on the road, yeah, and he wants airtime on TV, and you're filming him, and he tells you, by the way, when you're killing people, you can hack them, or you can spear or shoot. Like you grab that footage,
Or maybe-
and then take it on the night. What was it? 9 o'clock bulletin. Yeah.
maybe, but
and you
I think
put it.
7 o'clock.
But then
Prime
maybe the
time.
guy was trying to show us that he has been watching those rugby sevens and
Oh, I
all
see what you did there.
touch
And
rugby.
that's not all.
streamline.
That's not all. The guy did his thing in English. He did his thing in Luganda also.
yeah,
They-
and
no
explain
Luganda, give us-
explain
and
his
he explained
stupidity
himself.
properly.
Yeah,
Both
like
times.
as if you guys. So
hell?
what more explanation did? Let's even stop talking about these guys. Wama guy, this Onesmus. Wama guys, if you're listening in to us, please follow us at Millennials DN on Facebook and Twitter, and contribute to this debate online.
The hashtag is 3x4UG.
Yes, hashtag is 3x4UG.
But never know, with the way these podcasts are going viral, one person may decide to fake an account and
say it's yours. Look at him.
You think your account is going to be stolen?
Goodbye and have a lovely week.
3x4?
3x4. 3x4.
3x4.
3x4.